Welcome to Align with Dominique. Today's workout will be a strength times Pilates workout in which we will combine traditional strength training exercises with mat Pilates. We will use weights for this workout, and you are welcome to use 2 dumbbells or 2 wrist weights. I have chosen 2 5-pound dumbbells, which I have placed at the top of my mat, and I recommend anywhere from 2 1-pound to 2 5-pound dumbbells. So anything within that range will work great. This is a volume workout, so we will definitely be breaking a sweat and burning our muscles. We will get started in a standing position for our warm-up with no weights. Meet me at the top of the mat with feet planted, arms alongside the body. We'll take just a few moments to center, to connect the body and the breath. Each time you inhale, breathe in through the feet, all the way through the legs to the top of the head. Exhale, breathe down all the way to the floor. Inhale, breathe in through the feet, all the way up, fill up through the body. Exhale everything down. This time as you inhale, body scan with the breath all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale, same thing all the way down to the earth. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, fill up, scan the body from the ground up. Exhale, top down. We'll start with air squats. As you sit the glutes back, arms come in front. When you lift, palms face towards the back of the mat. We'll move through these air squats very intentionally. Weight is into the heels each time you sit down. You can always play around with lifting the toes to make sure that your weight is distributed into the heels. We have a few more. Lots of energy in the arms as well. Notice the engagement through the biceps, the shoulders, and the triceps. Last 4 here. 3, 2, on 1, sit the glutes back, arms are in front, find a pulse. Glutes start to burn as you use the heels to dig into the mat with each lift. Engagement through the shoulders by keeping the arms lifted. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself up into standing. Weight is in left foot. Right ball of foot comes closer towards the left. And you can bring your arms into prayer hands if you would like, or you can keep the same arm movement that we had with the squats. We'll move into a back lunge without any weights, just to warm up the legs and find the movement. So as you step your right foot back, arms come in front. As you lift, tap right toes, arms alongside the body. You can do the same thing just by keeping your prayer hands at midline. We keep with this. You can allow your right knee to drop towards the earth, or you can keep it hovering each time you step back. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Step towards the right side of your mat. We'll move into back lunges. This time, right foot is planted, ball of left foot. Same option with the arms. You can bring the arms in front each time you step back, or you can keep prayer hands. It's up to you, whichever variation you would like. Remember to breathe, to stay intentional with the movement. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Come to standing. You can shake that out. Now we'll add in the weights. We'll start with a back lunge with the weights in either hand. If you're using wrist weights, you can go ahead And get your wrist weights around the wrist. Just as we did, left foot plants with weight towards the left side of the mat. Come onto the ball of right foot, arms down alongside the body to start. Step right foot back for your back lunge, lower knees to the earth, then lift. Each time you step back, inhale, exhale, lift. Drive through your left heel each time you lift yourself up to standing. Intentional movement. You don't have to worry about the speed. Check in with your alignment. We want to make sure that we have proper stacking of the knees and the hips. So each time you step back, your left knee is in line with your left ankle. We're halfway before we add on a little bit more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. That burn is starting to creep up. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we add on. Bend through the elbows, bring the weights up towards the shoulders. As you step back, shoulder press, arms overhead. As you step up, weights in line with the shoulders. Inhale, step back. Exhale, step up. Inhale, step back. Exhale, step up. The weight is adding a lot of resistance. Heart rate is increasing. You can always slow down the movement. If you're moving a little bit slower than my pace, that's okay. Take this exercise how you need it. We have 5 more. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Arms are overhead. Hold with your right leg back. Keep the leg position as you lower the weights in line with the shoulders. We add a pulse of only the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower right knee all the way down to the earth. Untuck right toes. Lower left weight down to the mat, or if you have wrist weights, just rest your left hand on top of your left hip. We will move through a shoulder press only on right side. Each time you lower, think elbow in line with the shoulder. And same thing here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Isolation of our right shoulder. Gaze is in front. Core is still activated. You might notice that each time you lift your right arm, there's engagement through right side oblique. We have 3, 2, last 1. You can lower your right hand down, grab your weight in left hand, or just lower left hand alongside the body if you have your wrist weights. Tuck right toes, lift right knee, then drive through left heel to step yourself up. We switch to the other side, right foot on right side of mat, left toes and ball of foot towards the center. To begin, we have our back lunges with arms alongside the body. Sweat is already dripping. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, it's okay if your left knee drops to the earth. Sometimes you might lose your balance and the left knee helps. That's okay. Remember to move with intention. A lot of times it helps to really slow down the movement. Weight is in the right heel. Each time you lift, drive through your right heel. We're almost done before we add on a little bit more. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to standing. Lift the weights so the weights are in line with the shoulders. As you step back, extend through the arms. Exhale, lower the arms, tap left toes. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Keep with that. It may help to find a focal point in front of you, something that doesn't move. We're almost halfway done. Last 5, last 4, last 3, drive through right heel. Last 2, remember we hold on this last one. Knees are bent, lower the arms, find a pulse through the legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower left knee to the earth, untuck left toes, lower right weight, or just bring your right hand to your right hip. We find the isolated shoulder press. Lift elbow in line with the shoulder. Press up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Remember to breathe. We'll get a break after this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the weight. Grab your weight with your right hand or just bring right arm alongside the body. Tuck left toes, lift left knee. Drive through right heel, come to standing. Release the weights to the earth. Inhale, arms overhead, stay upright. Exhale, and hands interlace low back. Inhale, roll shoulders up towards the ears, bend through the knees. Exhale, hinge, shoulder rinse, take a stretch. Allow the breath to slow by finding deeper inhales and exhales. Inhale, halfway lift, hand back to low back. Exhale, release everything down, forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows, sway left and right. Then ragdoll yourself up, release the grip of the arms, come to standing. Then bend through the knees, grab your weights. And we come into standing with arms alongside the body. Feet are underneath the hips. We'll move into a deadlift with a row. So arms come in front with palms facing towards the thighs. Bend through the knees and hinge at the hips. Wrists come in front of the shins. Then you'll row as you bring your palms in towards one another. When you lower the arms, palms twist back in front of the shins. Lift yourself up. So we'll move through that again. Hinge and bend, lower deadlift. Then bend through the elbows, find the row. There's a rotation through the wrists with the row. Then lift yourself back up with palms facing towards the body. We'll speed that up. So deadlift, row, release, lift. Deadlift, row, release, lift. Slow and intentional here. Think each time you row, weights back towards the hips. Press through the heels to lift yourself up. Maybe there's a little squeeze at the top. Deadlift, row, release, lift. Weight is in the heels. Gaze down towards the earth. Neutral sway of low back. So be cautious not to flip your tailbone up towards the ceiling and create an arch. You want lots of engagement through those glutes in your deadlift. We're halfway through these. It feels long when we move slow and intentional. Remember to breathe. So you'll inhale, lower. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, extend through the arms. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend through the elbows. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. We have our last 5. You may notice that the heart rate started to slow. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. On this last one, we hold with the hinge. Keep the palms towards the shins. Find a little lift and lower. Lift and lower. Weight is in the heels. Check in with low back. If there's any tension in low back, you may have to engage through your glutes a little bit more to find more of a neutral pelvis. We have 20 reps of this. Stay with it. Breathe. Shakes are coming in. We're almost halfway done. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, you can. Dig deep. 3, 2, hold with the hinge on one, palms towards one another. We row for 20. 19, 18. With each row back, think elbows towards the hips. Keep elbows close to the body. We're almost halfway. I'm right here with you. Neutral position of the neck. 10, 9, 8, this is where it really counts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to our starting position, palms towards the legs, press through the heels, lift yourself up, then bring chin to the chest, roll yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, release the weights to the earth, grab opposite elbows, sway left and right. Take a moment here. Connect back with your body, back with your breath. Allow the breath to slow. Release arms down to the earth, very slow. Zombie roll. Come to standing, and then we'll all turn to face left side of the mat. We don't need weights for this next sequence, so you can keep the weights right where they are. If you have your wrist weights on, you're welcome to keep them on, or if you want to give your arms a break, you can take them off for the next sequence. We'll start with a weight in left foot. Hands will come to the hips. Extend through right leg. Point through right toes. Micro bend in left knee, and then just start to lift right leg and lower. Lift and lower. Think that the side glutes are pulling your leg up towards the ceiling. So there's lots of engagement all through your right side. Breathe here. Again, you can find that focal point on the earth to keep yourself balanced. Both legs are working here. So your left leg is supporting you and your right leg is moving in space. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap your right toes. This time we'll add a curtsy lunge. So you'll step your right foot behind you, lower yourself down, and then as you lift, you swing your right leg over towards the right, tap the toes. So we'll move through that again. Swing leg back so that your right foot comes outside of your left, lower the knees, then lift, swing right foot around. We'll do that a few more times, slow and controlled. We don't have too many of these. We're already almost halfway done. Think knees in line with one another as they bend. Remember to keep your left knee in line with left ankle. Last 3. Last 2. Last one here, we hold in the curtsy lunge, find a pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through left heel, lift yourself up. We're going right to the other side. Weight shifts into right foot, extend through left leg, point through left toes, micro bend in right knee, find the lift and the lower. It's always harder on the second time. That heat build really, really quickly in the left leg. Breathe here. Find your focal point. That'll also help you to stay concentrated. We're halfway done. 10, 9, woo, right leg is shaking. 8, 7, actually both legs are. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We add the curtsy lunge, swing left leg back, lower, bend through the knees, drive through right heel, lift, swing left leg around. So there's a lot going on here. Move slow. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just pick right back up. Intentional movement. If it helps, you can always bring your arms out alongside the body. For some, that makes it more difficult. For others, it makes it easier. We're already halfway done with these. Last 4. Sweat dripping down the back. Last 3. Last 2. You know what happens on this last one. We hold and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive through right heel. Lift yourself up. Shake those legs out. We are done with standing. Bring yourself back towards the front of the mat. Chin tucks in towards the chest. Roll yourself down. Hands to the earth. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend through the knees. And then lower your seat onto the mat. Both knees will be bent. Feet are planted. We won't use the weights for these. So again, if you took your wrist weights off, you can keep them off. If you still have them on, perfect. You're just working a little bit more. Arms alongside the body, chin to the chest. Roll yourself down. Arms come overhead. Then the same way you roll down, you'll lift yourself up, chin tucks in. Very slow roll to the top. We'll do a few more of those. A little bit more focus on the core here. If the same time, we're showing our spine some love. This may feel really good after those deadlifts with the rows. Sometimes all of that extra weight on our hamstrings can bring in some low back tightness. These roll downs, roll ups, whatever you want to call them, can help with that. We only have one more. This time we lift ourselves up, come all the way to the top, then slightly bring yourself back. So kind of like a halfway. There's a little bit of a curve through your spine. Bring your hands into prayer hands. Then begin to twist over towards the right. We'll stay to the right side. Come back to center. Then over towards the right. Really recruit your inner thighs to keep the knees in line with the hips. Your legs are probably shaking. Lots going on here. Full body. We're almost halfway on this side. Last 5. Twist with the obliques so the arms don't move. We only have 2 more. Last one. And we go right to the left. Stay broad through the shoulders. Feet are planted. Use the obliques. Doesn't matter how much you twist, as long as you are using your core, you're working correctly. We have 5 more. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now we go side to side. Right, left, woo, right, left, yes, right, left. This is a killer. Keep moving. We're already halfway done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Lift yourself up. Hug through the knees. Round through the back. Give yourself a little break. Chin towards the chest. Then lift yourself up. As you roll yourself down, you'll drag your weights with you. If you're using wrist weights, take the moment to get each weight on your wrists. And then just make sure you're positioned in the center of your mat, preparing for a bridge. So knees are bent, soles of the feet on the earth. We start with a neutral pelvis. Then we'll go into that exaggerated spinal articulation, arms alongside the body. Press through the heels, scoop the pelvis, then lift vertebrae by vertebrae up. Then lower yourself down the same way you lifted. Press through the heels each time you lift. Then lower yourself down. That same engagement through the inner thighs through the inner thighs, up and in, is that same engagement that you have in this bridge pose. Beware not to let those muscles get too lax. The legs are helping with the spinal articulation. We have one more here. And then lower yourself down, neutral pelvis. Grab your weights. Bend through the elbows. This time we'll press through the heels. Scoop and lift yourself up. Press the weights up towards the ceiling. Keep yourself lifted in a bridge, and we bend at the elbow, skull crusher. Exhale, lift weights up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bend at the elbows. Tricep movement here at the same time. Our lower body is working by keeping the hips lifted off the earth. Neutral pelvis in this hip lift. Glutes are squeezing, but not so much so that your pubic bone is all the way up towards the ceiling. Find that balance. And we just keep with this skull crusher. We're going for 20 reps. We're almost halfway. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, we hold little pulse down and up, down and up, down and up for 7. It's only moving an inch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up. Bend your elbows in towards the earth and then roll yourself down. Release the weights alongside the body. You can bring your knees in, give them a squeeze. Perhaps you rock left and right. And lower the feet back down to the earth. Extend through your right leg. Left knee is bent, left foot on the earth. Bring your hands behind the head, then lift your shoulder blades off the earth. Each time we twist towards the left, think right shoulder up towards the ceiling, and then we bring it back to center. So that's a slight rotation towards the left, lower down. If you have neck issues, really drop your head heavy into the hands. We're halfway. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Stay lifted with the twist. Extend right arm out. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release hand back behind the head. Lower yourself down. We'll move through that again. This time you can add the weight or keep it off. If you're adding the weight, as you lift, your arm will still stay straight. So if there's no weights, hands are behind the head. If you're adding a weight, only your left hand is behind the head. So we lift, crunch up. You'll punch your right arm outside of left leg. Bring it back in. To the left. Bring it in. To the left. Bring it in. Keep the rotation rooted through the core. So even though we're adding our right arm, we are not using the shoulder to twist. Even though we're thinking right shoulder up towards the ceiling, we're using the core to find the rotation. We have 3. Last 2. On 1, we hold. Find the pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Lower yourself down. Release the weight. Bend through right knee. Left leg extends long. We move right to the other side. Both hands are behind the head. Lift yourself up. We find the rotation over towards the right. Bring yourself back. Towards the right. Bring yourself back. Twist through the core. Don't forget to breathe. We exhale with the rotation. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. On one, we hold, release, left arm straight, find the pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind the head, lower yourself down, your choice for weights this round or not. Weight in left hand, lift the head. Then we rotate towards the left, bring it back in. Rotate towards the left, bring it back in. The addition of the weight not only brings more resistance, but it makes it harder for us to twist using the core because we have something in our left hand. So by nature, that makes us think that we want to move with the shoulder, but we don't. Keep it in the core, keep it in the obliques. We're already halfway through these. Last 3. Last 2. On one, we hold, find a pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weight in, lower yourself down, release the weight, extend long through the arms and the legs, find a good morning stretch. Allow low back to lift, and then release, let that go, both hands and feet. Walk up left side of the mat. Find a stretch all through right side body. Come back to center. We'll move to the other side, hands and feet off of right side of the mat to stretch through left side body. Bring that back in, knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze, rock forward and back. Right knee will stay in, find stillness, extend left leg long, then extend right foot towards the ceiling, find a stretch through the back of right leg, bend through right knee, spinal twist over towards the left, and release that, right knee into the chest, left knee into the chest, squeeze, you could rock left and right again. Find stillness, left knee stays in, right leg extends long, then extend left foot up towards the ceiling. Bend through left knee, find a spinal twist to the other side. Then release, let that go, knees into the chest, you can rock left and right. Or stay still, round of cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh, let that go. You are done with your Pilates times strength times Pilates workout for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is always a pleasure to guide you, and I can't wait to flow with you next time.